Forget Roswell. Forget Area 51. The biggest secret the US government ever buried wasn't a crashed spaceship, but a small metallic box, unearthed in 1970 from beneath a quiet research lab. It was impossible to open, impossible to destroy, and the only thing it produced was a mind-breaking physical feeling of pure dread. They called it the Fear Box. This is the classified story that was almost erased from history, revealed only here, in the File Drawer Curiosities. If you're ready to uncover the secrets they tried to hide, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button right now. You won't want to miss what's coming next. The year is 1970. The Cold War is at its peak. The US government is obsessed with secret projects, from mind control to psychic warfare. But this particular event didn't happen in some high-tech underground bunker. It took place in a mundane-looking research lab, somewhere in the American Midwest. A team of physicists was running what they thought were routine tests on high-density materials when their instruments picked up a bizarre energy signature. It wasn't radiation, it wasn't magnetic, it was a pressure. A psychic weight that seemed to press down on the very air in the room. Following the signal, they dug into the solid bedrock beneath the lab's foundation, and there, buried deep, was a container unlike anything they had ever seen. It was roughly the size of a suitcase, made of a smooth, seamless metallic alloy that was impossible to analyze. No matter what tool they used, it couldn't be scratched, dented, or even heated. The moment they brought it upstairs into the lab, the physical symptoms began. Headaches, nausea, a cold sweat that had nothing to do with the temperature, but the worst part was the psychological effect. An overwhelming, irrational fear that gripped everyone in the vicinity. The scientists felt like they were being watched, studied by something intelligent and malevolent inside the container. The lead scientist, a man named Dr. Alistair Finch, noted in his classified log, "The object projects not a field, but an emotion. A pure, paralyzing dread that leaves the subject incapable of rational thought. It doesn't suggest fear, it compels it. The closer you got, the worse it became, until your own survival instincts would scream at you to run." The official response was swift and silent. A special task force, a group you've never heard of, arrived in unmarked black vehicles. Their orders were simple and absolute. Do not open it. Under any circumstances, the risk of what might be released or what influence it might spread across the country was deemed far too high. They ran every non-invasive test imaginable, but the box remained a complete enigma. They concluded the safest place for the object was not on a shelf or in a vault, but completely sealed away, encased in layers of concrete and lead, and buried again in an undisclosed location, wiped from all official records. But the files I've uncovered reveal the story didn't end there. Years later, a rogue researcher obsessed with Dr. Finch's cryptic notes managed to piece together the original documentation. He cross-referenced the energy readings with obscure astronomical data and realized one terrifying detail that the original team had missed. The pressure field wasn't just emanating from the box, it was being focused onto the box from somewhere else, from deep space. And that's when he understood the truth. The fear box wasn't designed to keep something in, it was designed to keep something out. It wasn't a prison, it was a lock. A lock on a door that someone or something was desperately trying to open. The fear it generated wasn't a weapon, it was a warning. A beacon screaming across the decades, telling us to stay away, because whatever is on the other side wants to get through. And the scariest part? The energy signatures have been getting stronger. All right, let's dive back into the classified files. The official story about the fear box, the one about a psychological weapon, that's just the cover story, the part they want you to believe. The real truth, the part that sent shivers down the spines of the top brass, is buried deep in the second half of the document, in the research of a rogue scientist known only as Elias. See, Elias wasn't like the other researchers. He wasn't interested in what was inside the box. He was completely obsessed with the outside, with the strange, impossibly complex metallic etchings that covered its surface. While everyone else was trying to crack it open, Elias was staring at the lock. He developed a radical theory. The object wasn't a container at all. It was a transmitter, a sophisticated piece of technology designed to broadcast a field of pure, primal fear. The purpose wasn't to hide something, but to deter anyone from even approaching it. A cosmic keep out sign. But that raised an even more terrifying question. If it's a transmitter, who built it and who or what was it broadcasting to? The final world-shattering clue came from the alloy itself. Elias, using advanced spectrography that was decades ahead of its time, proved the metal contained isotopes that do not and cannot occur naturally on Earth. This was not a human creation. The fear box was built by a non-human extraterrestrial intelligence. Elias's final report, which was immediately stamped top secret and buried, proposed a horrifying new reality. The box wasn't a weapon aimed at us. It was a shield. It was a beacon. It was buried on Earth millennia ago, not to keep us out, but to protect us from something that was waiting outside. This led to the ultimate bone-chilling conclusion. The fear box is an ancient alien sentinel. It was placed here by a distant, vastly superior intelligence. The fear it generates isn't the primary function, it's a side effect. Its true purpose is to act as a quarantine device for our entire planet. Think about that. An alien race saw a threat so profound, so utterly beyond our comprehension, that they decided the only way to save us was to put our whole world on lockdown. Was the fear just a clever distraction? A way to keep us from fiddling with the lock on a door we should never, ever open? To this day, the fear box remains sealed in its underground concrete tomb. The government officially denies the entire incident, of course. Dr. Finch was silenced. Elias, the man who uncovered the truth, simply disappeared from all records. But this classified file, the one we've just uncovered, remains as proof. The true contents of the fear box are still a complete mystery. Was it a piece of advanced technology, a weapon of unimaginable power, or was it something else entirely? Perhaps it holds the key to a truth we are simply not ready to face, a truth protected by the most relentless and paralyzing emotion we can experience. This is one file we wish we could open, but maybe it's better that we can't. So what do you think? What was the real purpose of the fear box? And what threat is it protecting us from? Let us know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoy diving into these hidden files, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell for more secrets from the File Drawer Curiosities. Thanks for watching.